Good evening, RWL fans. I hope your evening's going as great as you'd want it to be. Welcome to RWL Late Night. I'm Chicago Danny Assam, former RWL Wrestling Manager. I'm joined by Southwest Regional General Manager Gene Berry and Gino. A terrific lineup, an hour of great RWL wrestling ahead of this Saturday's Snarl.
To be sure, Danny. Good evening, everyone. We've got a ladies' non-title main event involving women's international champion Jody Vorick, the Wimp Kitten, the Memphis Millionaire, going up against Cherie Roy, up-and-comer, the Queen of the Black Garden. That's going to be a terrific main event, Danny.
And we've also got Mad Dog Mark McKay in the building. There's a terrific tag team match on tap. Stick around. It's going to be great.
And we'll be back with our opening match involving X-Pac and the Honky-Tonk Man in just a moment. Our opening contest tonight, look who's back, Danny. Too Short Welfare Popeye Scott Bell, standing at ringside with X-Pac as he goes one-on-one against the Honky-Tonk Man, accompanied by the Mouse of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Well, Gino, you know the schmuck had to come back sooner or later.
Hey, yo, DJ, put a minute back to the record, baby, and give me this swag.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to RWL Late Night. Our first match this evening, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Too Short Welfare Popeye Scott Bell from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 221 pounds. Here is X-Pac.
It really takes about 4 weeks to recover from a fractured collarbone and 3 cracked ribs. Scott Bell has decided he's going to come back early. No doubt he's going to get himself into trouble right out of the gate.
He's got more trouble than you can imagine. Remember I said at the start of the program, Mad Dog McKay is in the building with Miss Moore's ex. And there is going to be a problem. This venue is small. They're bound to run into each other at some point.
That would be catastrophic. Delightful. So, X-Pac facing the Honky-Tonk Man. The Mouse of the South, Jimmy Hart in his corner. Well, tell you what, I think I prefer to see the Honky-Tonk Man pick up the win in this particular matchup.
Yeah, I get that. You hate Scott Bell. It's understood.
And his opponent, accompanied by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 260 pounds. Here is the Honky-Tonk Man.
Well, the party starts early with the Mouth of the South and his megaphone and his colorful stable. And out of that colorful stable tonight comes the Honky-Tonk Man, complete with his guitar, ready to lock it up with X-Pac. I don't think X-Pac's got a whole bunch of a chance.
I don't either. Honky-Tonk Man outweighs him by a good chunk. And I'll tell you what, the longest reigning, at one time, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWF history. And something to certainly be reckoned with. X-Pac is not in the Honky-Tonk Man's league. I don't care what anyone says, Danny. But I will give him a 7 out of 10 for his Elvis impersonation.
You know, it ain't just the rhinestone jumpsuit. It's the sideburns. The sideburns are always a difference maker, Gino. All right, well, here's our first match on its way. Tom Kanamura rings the bell. They come center ring. They lock it up. X-Pac. Look at this. Flips. And there's a back suplex.
Very athletic.
Here's a pin. But only a 1. An overhand right from X-Pac. Honky-Tonk Man counters with a shot. Rounds up X-Pac. Off the top rope, down he goes. The Honky-Tonk Man with a double shot to the chest of X-Pac. Follows that up with a classic Memphis-style fist drop, a kick to the side of the head.
Yeah, Honky-Tonk Man's turned it around rather quickly.
He sure has. Beating the brakes off of X-Pac. Presently, there's an elbow to the top of the skull. X-Pac with a drop kick succeeds in putting the Honky-Tonk Man out on the apron. Jimmy Hart screaming at X-Pac. Tom Kanamura's got to take the megaphone away. Honky-Tonk Man gets hung up on the top rope. Look at this. Scott Bell
is getting directly involved. And what did I tell? Look at that. A vertical suplex on the Honky-Tonk Man. Not bad for a man with a fractured collarbone and 3 cracked ribs. And look at Tom Kanamura has ejected Scott Bell.
Well, that's good. We got some peace in this match. X-Pac whipped to the ropes. There's an elbow from the Honky-Tonk Man. Scott Bell is out of here.
What time, too. What'd I tell you? He wasn't even here 5 minutes before he went ahead and did something stupid.
Elbow to the leg. And a set of hard right hands to the knee of X-Pac from the Honky-Tonk Man. HTM with a kick to the leg of X-Pac. Tried to get away, but he couldn't. Honky-Tonk Man nails him again. Another set of shots to the knee of X-Pac.
He's not doing too well without his master at ringside, is he?
Nope. There we go. Beautiful elbow across the chest. HTM covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. But nope. X-Pac still in the game. The Honky-Tonk Man takes a little walk with X-Pac. Drives him into the turnbuckle. He counters with an elbow. Finds his way out of the corner. Comes up off the top. Well, that was pretty good.
He certainly took the Honky-Tonk Man down.
Trying to keep him down, too. Slams his head to the canvas and going for a pin. Just a 1. And Jimmy Hart letting X-Pac have it with the megaphone. Look at this. How ironic. Jimmy Hart still here. Too Short Popeye gone. Relieved by the referee.
You get what you pay for.
X-Pac whipped to the ropes. Back body drop from the Honky-Tonk Man. He rounds up X-Pac. Is this a hammerlock? The ref keeping an eye on it, but X-Pac finds his way out. HTM whipped to the ropes. X-Pac ducks under, leapfrogs, and HTM takes him down. Pretty nice counter from the Honky-Tonk Man. HTM rounded up by X-Pac. There's the flip again, and then into the back suplex one more time.
This is such a pointless move, Danny. I mean, the flip isn't just maybe it's athletic or something. I don't know. It just doesn't. It seems redundant somehow.
Well, you know, it's a move. HTM doing a little bit of that shake, rattle, and roll. Misses the kick on X-Pac. X-Pac gets a hold on him. Whips him to the ropes. Oh, man. Flapjack face first into the mat. HTM in the corner. X-Pac putting the boot to the throat of the Honky-Tonk Man. Jimmy Hart hasn't been as stupid as Too Short. Hasn't gotten directly involved.
Jimmy Hart's always been smarter.
The Honky-Tonk Man sets X-Pac up. Vertical suplex. Nicely done by HTM. The Honky-Tonk Man rounds up X-Pac. There's a kick to the gut, an overhand right, and down goes X-Pac. HTM whips him to the ropes. Honky dunks under, and there's a back body drop to X-Pac. X-Pac gathered up again by the Honky-Tonk Man. Escorted to the far right corner, smashed head first into the turnbuckle. HTM hauls him out. X-Pac quick with the counter and into an inverted DDT.
Look at this. X-Pac turning things around here.
Well, maybe not for long. These two are going to start trading shots. I put my money on HTM as far as that's concerned.
He's certainly going to outlast X-Pac, I think.
HTM battling back here against X-Pac as these two guys trade hard shots back and forth. X-Pac catches a measured right hand from the Honky-Tonk Man, and that puts a wrap on that dispute. Out to the floor rolls X-Pac. HTM up the top. Beautiful flying crossbody, but a nice bit of hang time. The ref already engaged in the count. X-Pac rounded up again by HTM. Tried to drive him into the ring steps, but he put on the brakes. Well, the back suplex worked just as well. Honky-Tonk Man playing to the crowd. X-Pac's laid out. There's another fist drop. There's another one. And there's a third one with one to grow on.
Well, X-Pac's getting his ass kicked. And that referee's count is starting to get up there.
Driven into the ring steps went X-Pac. HTM gets a hold on him, drives him towards the other side of the ring. And that count's getting up there. Tom Kanemaru keeping it going. HTM sets him up. And there it is, the swing ding neckbreaker on X-Pac on the outside. Honky-Tonk might have hurt himself on that one. HTM rounds him up again. That count is getting real tight. There's a scoop slam from HTM. Rounds up X-Pac one more time. Gets himself back inside the ring. Well, now I see what he was up to. We got ourselves a count out here, Gino.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has counted out X-Pac, your winner, by way of a countout, the Honky-Tonk Man.
We'll take it, Gino. A countout is better than a draw. The Honky-Tonk Man picking himself up a countout win over X-Pac.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We'll be back with our next match in just a moment. Stay with us.